Hi everyone, you're at home on the tools with James. We're not at home today. We're out in the Victorian High Country in the beautiful town of Bright. We're at Mystic Mountain Bike Park. Here today I want to run you through a purchase I made earlier in the year. And it's an e-bike. More specifically, it's a Cube e-bike. The brand's German, they're built in Germany. Basically the bike that I'm on, it's a dual suspension. The actual one, it's called a Cube Stereo 160 SL. What the stereo means is dual suspension. Over there in Germany, it's what they assign their dual suspension bikes the name. So I want to talk you through what I enjoy about this bike, why I purchased it. So basically what we've got is I'm on a large framed dual suspension mountain bike. It's got a carbon fibre triangle, so that's the main part of the frame, so trying to keep the weight down. And it's got an aluminium 6061 rear frame, rear triangle, so good frame. It's got RockShox Zeb forks, 170mm travel, so plenty of travel there in the forks. And the rear shocks, we've got RockShox in the back there, deluxe, running 160mm travel. So for my weight, my height, I thought this was a good bike, good sizing, plenty of travel. I'm a 95 kilo rider and I'm 183 centimeters. So this is the sort of bike that I was looking for. Now it comes with the goods. So it's got Magura brakes, 4-pot, front and back, disc brakes, good stopping power. When I first had the bike, I needed to bed the brakes in quite a bit because they didn't grab too well. I've done about 500 Ks now, and I've got it dialed in, so it's nice and they grab nice and well. It's got I've done a couple of modifications to this bike already. So I've put on Renthal Fat Bar 31.8mm carbon fibre handlebars. The handlebars that this bike came with, they were rubbish, to be honest. They were just a straight bar, too skinny. I think they had about a 740 mil length, so it was just too tight. I didn't feel like I had control of the bike. I've put tubeless setup in, so it's on Maxxis tyres and it's running tubeless rims, and I got the stands tubeless kits run through front and back, so you know, helps with the punches, keeps a bit of weight down. Because the first thing you'll notice when you do ride an e-bike for the first time is that they're quite heavy. This one's running in at about 23 kilos, and you know, consider it's got a lot of carbon fibre in there. It's heavy, and the reason it's heavy is it's got a thumping great big battery in it. So this one's got a 625 watt-hour battery in it, powering a 4th gen Bosch 85 newton meter electric motor. And to be honest, the motor was what sort of drove me to get this bike, because I love my tools, right? Bosch has always been good to me, so I was happy to go with that motor. And look, the bike's got 4 modes. It's got an eco, a trail, electric mountain bike, and a turbo mode. I pretty much live life on this bike in electric mountain bike mode, which is the purple mode. And when I'm hitting a mountain like this, and I know it's hard to see on camera, but I've got it stuck in turbo mode. Now, I found I get best results when I'm climbing a hill if I really go down lower in a gear and I get a good cadence going with my pedaling. So fast pedaling in a low gear, and I get a lot more assistance out of that motor versus low pedaling, putting torque through the pedals on a higher gear. I certainly find I get less assistance. So, you know, but honestly, I've done the 500 Ks on this bike. It feels like you've got someone with their hand in the middle of your back pushing you along everywhere you go. It's fantastic. And, you know, this has got me to places, I've seen things that I would not get to on my regular bike, not without getting there and being totally knackered anyway. So I am going to show you my heart rate and stats of this ride, so you can still understand that you're buying one of these and you're going to go mountain bike riding. It's still a workout, so I'll be able to see on the watch, and I'll put it in the video so you can see just how much hard work it is. You can probably hear from my breathing, but it's good fun, right? So We're in Bright today. We're going to go right to the top. So it's called Mystic Mountain this. We're going to go right to the very top, up to where the paragliders take off from. And we'll have a look at a track. I think it's a black diamond track called Elevation, which is a real techie track. So we'll come down that, and then we'll come into Hero Line and out the bottom through Shred Kelly back in. So that's the run we're going to take. What else might you want to know about the bike? Oh, so I've got 3 bikes at home. So I've got a giant Anthem acoustic bike, so just a regular pedal, and I've got a KTM 350 and this bike. And out of the 3 bikes, this is the one that I've been taking every single time. The other 2 have got dust on them. So, you know, I'm sure if you bought one of these, you would you'd be more than happy. And they are quite pricey. You know, you can get a cheap electric bike. I mean, I've never had one, so don't want to speak too ill of them, but I imagine you get what you pay for. This bike, this is the Cube Stereo 2021 version, so it's a year old now, but it retails for $7,299, so that's sort of what you're looking at. A couple of other bits about the bike. So I have put a Dyed Bro frame protection kit on. I don't want a brand new bike and scratching it. And the gears, I really like the way the gears are set up. So it's only 12 speed, but honestly I only find myself using about 3 gears on any bike that I'm riding, so I'm okay with that. It does have SRAM Eagle gear sets, so you know, does the job, no complaints so far. It's where it needs to be. Hey mate. So yeah, all around good components on this bike. Certainly nothing has let me down yet. It's got another cool feature. It's got a dropper post seat. So what that is, I've got this little lever on my left thumb, and I can automatically adjust the height of my seat as I'm riding. So when I'm riding on flat, or if I'm going up a hill, I'll typically have the seat up quite high, so I get full stroke out of my legs. And when I'm coming downhill, I drop it all the way down to get it out of the way. So you might be able to hear on the camera, I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but when you're not using the motor, there is a bit of a freewheel. And then when I get back on it, you can hear that electric motor kick in. So it's doing quite a bit of work at the moment. There's a car coming up, I'll go over to the left. That's probably the even better way to do it, right? So the battery life as well, that's probably another thing that's pretty important, because I can tell you one thing you don't want to do is run out of battery on these things, because they're heavy. It is like trying to ride a motorbike home with no fuel. They are horrible. You can see that parasail up there. So battery life, this Mystic Mountain run, it's about 500 meters of elevation. It probably takes me half an hour to do a full lap, and it would be, I'm going to guess 5 or 6. My computer will tell me what it was. And just another car coming. And I'd be able to do this run probably 4 times. I'd get around. So I think if you're on flat, you're going to get about 70 k's range. But the minute you go and point it at a mountain, or you go and stick it in turbo, you're going to drain the battery relatively quickly. I find that I keep an eye on the battery pretty closely on the computer, and if I am getting low, I switch myself down a few modes, put it back in trail, and it sort of rides like a regular bike in trail. So it's a good way to do it. All right, coming up to a really, really steep piece of hill, so I'll talk to you again at the top. So these things are pretty cool. This area I'm in Bright, it's all pine plantations, and in fact Mystic Mountain here is home to pine plantation, which is what you can see around me, though these are a lot of gums around the tree line, but out that way it's all pines. And you know, these big machines are really cool. You can see them on YouTube or Instagram. They basically just grab the tree with this handle here. I'm sure it's got a proper name, but they basically just shake the tree and they rip the thing straight out. It's pretty cool to watch. So yeah, worth one looking up. All right, let's go to the summit. Then we did the fun part, coming downhill. There you go. You can see the launch pad for all the paragliders. And we got the town of Bright. Beautiful day. All right, and as you can see, so I'm to the top. I got to the top of it in 30 minutes. I would never get here on a regular bike. I wouldn't be able to get to the top here. Not in any condition anyway. So, give you an idea, and although I'm breathing heavy, I'd say I'm relatively fit. I'm certainly good to keep going. So, you know, it's a big tick for the e-mountain bike. Right, we'll have a look at some of these other trails. So we've got this one here called World Cup Downhill. It's a double black diamond. Don't feel like dying today. We'll go next one. Here we got Elevation. So this is just a single black diamond. It's probably still right on my abilities, but we'll see how we go. All right. So that was Elevation. Ridden pretty poorly, but we're not dead. So that's a positive. No crashes. They had to abort a couple of times. This one's called Hero Line. Been down this one a bunch. It's got some massive jumps, which is not what I'm about, but it's seriously flowy, and if you get some good speed, we can probably get 50k an hour going down this one. So now it's tacky, it's wet at the same time. It tells your brain, don't go that fast, it's wet. But there is quite a bit of grip. Berms are cool, but post there. He's going. Oh yeah. Oh, slippery. You come off. And there we go, back into town. So if you're sort of on the fence about an e-bike, I would say if you're going to get one, get a good one, but you're going to pay a fair bit of money, so you know you want to get your value out of it. So something you'll need to weigh up. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you care to, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.